This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. A chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is the receiver turned running back, Cordero Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And some room to maneuver. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 18. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
15-yard line.
Here's Patterson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
For the running back.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Chicago.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Richardson.
Paul Richardson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
The score, Bears 7, Packers nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Love from the gun. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Scantling out of bounds at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Packers nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's second.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This is caught, and he's brought down after a very nice game. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down, 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try to run it in with Jones, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
The tackle made.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On second down, it's Patterson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
A gain of 14.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Patterson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. Here we go. Get off the field.
They run with Patterson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Again, the ball
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Following the interception, Love gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. He sets up the screen to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Green Bay Packers.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Bears. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 35. That one, a first down pickup of 8. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
Love now. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Complete.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. And Jimmy Graham, of course, a guy who's been around a while, been with New Orleans, Seattle, and most recently with Aaron Rodgers and these Green Bay Packers the last 2 seasons. Had 93 catches in a Packer uniform and went over 1,000 yards combined in those 2 years as well. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
You know, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Credit that break up to Greedy Williams.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
Patterson on the carry. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The running back.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On third down, it's Patterson. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Gain of 6. First down, Chicago.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cordero Patterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A give to Jones. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
Take off your helmet and give me a
Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have moved out in front. Now he's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down at the 43.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
Second and 11 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Clay Matthews. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action with Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that one almost intercepted. far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick, and it's third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Preston Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Play is a turnover on downs.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
On the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 60 red. 60 red.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
On the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Packers, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.